You did exactly that to me. Yes, you did. You posted hateful comments on social media about my family, about my man, Colin Kaepernick.
Most of us know Nessa Diab from Teen Mom and other reality shows on MTV, but there's a lot you might not know about her life off screen. She's definitely not afraid of stirring the pot or causing a little controversy, and some of the crazy things she said over the years will honestly shock you. It seems like Nessa has always had a passion for activism. Ever since she was a young girl, she wanted to make a difference in the world. In an interview with Starcasm, she revealed that it was her upbringing in Saudi Arabia that inspired her to advocate for change. Because of her father's work, she would move back and forth between there and Southern California. Since she grew up during the Gulf War, she confessed that she was a young girl fearing for her life. She had to wear gas masks to school and she heard war sirens constantly. So she said that she knew that she had to break out of that lifestyle. While on the Guy Code podcast, Nessa revealed that when 9/11 happened, it didn't surprise her. She explained that it was similar to what she and her family went through in Saudi Arabia every couple of months. It must have been really tough for her, but I guess it taught her some valuable life lessons. Like I said before, she never appeared to have any trouble standing up for social justice, but there's one organization in particular that Nessa has really stood up to, the NFL, and you're never going to believe the kind of shocking ways that she's called them out in recent years. Maybe she would never have taken such an opposition against the powerful football league if it wasn't for her dating life. As strange as that sounds, she started going out with a player from the San Francisco 49ers, and it's probably not the one you're thinking of. Before she met her longtime partner, Nessa used to go out with linebacker Aldon Smith. They didn't date for very long, but I guess it was long enough to cause some rumored tension between him and Nessa's next boyfriend, Colin Kaepernick, who was also on Aldon's team. According to TMZ, when he and Nessa first began seeing each other in 2015, there was an alleged fight between him and Aldon. Sources of the celebrity news outlet claimed the two footballers got into a physical altercation when they were training one time. It apparently got so bad that the other players had to pull them apart to get them to stop. Nessa never publicly addressed the incident, but in 2017, she did gush to GQ magazine about how important Colin was to her. She shared that she was very fortunate to have Colin next to her and that they loved and cared for each other. She also revealed that Colin has always helped people and that he's always been involved because he has empathy. Their passion for activism meant that the couple were pretty much a perfect match. They actually started their own charity program together called Know Your Rights Camp. The official website states that its aim is to provide underprivileged youth with awareness on higher education, self-improvement, and instructions to properly interact with law enforcement in various scenarios. It was around the time that they founded the organization that Colin started to take the knee during the national anthem at NFL games, which was also when Nessa really began criticizing the NFL and calling out some of their actions and decisions. When Colin's football career stalled after his big political statement, Nessa spread the word that it was because he was being punished for it. In 2017, Bleacher Report released an article on Twitter that accused the NFL of shunning Colin Kaepernick because of his politics, not his play. Nessa immediately commented on the tweet by saying, "Read only if you want, #facts. The truth will set you free." The following year, when Colin became a free agent but was still struggling to find a team, Nessa stood up for her man. By taking to Twitter to call out the NFL, she posted that Colin trained every day and that all the teams knew that, but they'd still rather keep blackballing him. She explained that the league owners and management were the ones who didn't want him to play. She finished by saying that journalists needed to ask the league why they were blackballing Colin, but Nessa didn't stop there, and she didn't just call out the NFL. She also used her voice to try and get other celebrities to own up to their actions, including a few big stars that might surprise you. Before her iconic performance at the 2023 Super Bowl, Rihanna actually turned down the halftime show back in 2019. According to an Us Weekly Insider, she said no because of the kneeling controversy. She apparently didn't agree with the NFL's stance. So Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Bad Boy agreed to perform instead. A lot of people called for them to boycott their performance because of what had been going on, but it turns out that Travis crossed the line and Nessa wasn't about to let him get away with it. Basically, she said that he'd spoken with Colin before he decided to commit to being part of the halftime show. But according to Colin's girlfriend, that was far from true. Complex reported on Twitter that the alleged phone call between the two celebrities had gone well. The sources had revealed that they'd emerged from the conversation with mutual respect and understanding. While Colin kept quiet, Nessa clearly wasn't happy about what she'd read. She threw some major shade at Travis. She said that there was no mutual respect and there was no understanding for anyone working against Colin, period. Not long after that, Nessa turned her sights onto an even bigger star, and you'll never guess who. Jay-Z got caught in the crossfire when he signed a deal with the NFL. His company, Roc Nation, partnered with the league in order to work on their social justice initiatives. According to a report by Jasmine Brand, Jay-Z claimed that the protests weren't about Colin finding work. They were about moving towards social equality. Then he said that people had moved past kneeling and that it was time for action. Some NFL players made it known that they didn't really appreciate what he said. Eric Reed pointed out that Jay-Z himself had never taken a knee, but it was Nessa who really went for the jugular. In an interview with Hot 97 Radio, she explained that she didn't mind him doing a business deal, but she did mind him wrapping it in social justice when he was working with an organization that denied someone an opportunity, adding that Colin didn't just take a knee, he put the work behind it and ended up losing his career because of what he believed in. Then she just tore into him and said that it was disgusting and disappointing that Jay-Z was letting the NFL use him. See what I mean though? Nessa is not afraid to call anyone out if she thinks they deserve it. She'll even do it during one of her MTV gigs. When she was hosting a Teen Mom 2 reunion in 2019, she had some choice words for Janelle Evans. She was complaining about her co-star Amber Portwood when Nessa decided to express her own issues. She told Janelle that she'd posted hateful comments on social media about her man. When she tried to say that she didn't know who Colin was, Nessa was ready. She had receipts to prove otherwise and showed a number of posts by Janelle where she'd made fun of Colin and his kneeling. But even with all that evidence, Janelle continued to deny everything. Nessa went on to say that her man used his platform to peacefully protest systematic oppression in his country, and she explained that the people who were responsible for that were not being held accountable. She then told Janelle that she would have appreciated it if she contacted her to have a healthy conversation. Nessa practically destroyed her. I mean, Janelle actually ended up storming off the set on the brink of tears and complaining that it was supposed to be about her storyline, not about Nessa's issues. I wasn't kidding when I said that she's never been afraid of a little controversy. She even caused a stir when she wore a pair of earrings at an award show. Obviously, they weren't just ordinary earrings, they spelled out Breonna Taylor. Some people applauded her for bringing attention to the situation, while others thought it was disrespectful. In any case, it doesn't look like Nessa cares what anyone thinks of her when it comes to fighting for justice. She and Colin welcomed a baby in August 2022. She's already confessed that she's a total mama bear. We've seen how far she's willing to go to defend her partner, so just imagine what she'd do for her kid. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you have any idea that Nessa had such a dangerous upbringing? Are you impressed by how outspoken she's been over the years? Let me know in the comments below.